everyone, it's Happy Mail Queen. Today I have an AlinaCraft design team project to share with you guys. Go ahead and share the dies that I used, and then I'll go ahead and share my project with you guys. For my first project, I used this older die. I actually made this project maybe a week and a half ago, but I was working on another project and I wanted to record this video sharing both, but the second project took longer than I expected. So anyway, I used the gift box card, which is one of the older dies from her release, and I did use the charms. Actually, I just used one charm for my project, and it's one of the webs, this one right here. And I will leave the link to the Halloween charms because they are just amazing. You get so much, so it's a great value. So here is the gift box card. I did use a digital paper from my crafty boutique, and I love this particular plaid paper. So I did print this from my printer, and then I used this holographic paper from AlinaCraft. I just absolutely love her holographic papers, cardstock. I used some trims from my stash and these pom-pom trims as well. And then this is I've shared this before. This is one of the bows that I made last year with some tulle and some glitterific. And then here is that charm. I mean, doesn't it look so amazing? I feel like my camera is like not quite focused here, or it's okay, sorry about that. All right, so I used this die here that I can't find right now, you guys. For some reason I misplaced it. So anyway, this is that spider web die, and it's the like half a spider web. It looks, here you can see it better this way. So sorry I didn't pull that one out, but I can leave the link if you guys are interested. That was from last year's Halloween release. I did also use this Happy Halloween, and that I have, and it's this die right here that says Happy Halloween, and I absolutely love that one. And I also used it for my next project. So it does open. I do have some magnets on there. So there's my first project. So I think it came out super duper cute. So I made a mini album, and I used the planner die set that she has in the shop right now, and I absolutely love this. The cover measures 6 by 7 and 11 1/16 inch, and I have 4 pages in it, and with 1/4 inch gussets, and I used a hidden hinge spine binding, and I have some mats in there. I have some pocket pages as well as just folding pages. So I'll show you that in a minute. But these are the dies that I used. I mostly used the base, which are these 2 dies right here. And I'm sorry, let me go ahead and zoom out again. Okay, here we go. So I used these. I didn't use the little planner things because the icons, with the exception of the paper clip right here, or the, what is this called? Binder clip, I think. I did use that in my project. This one here, I used this, the splat right here. I also used this one to make a pocket. This one here, which is kind of hidden, but I'll show you that. I meant to use it a different way, but it ended up, you know, being used a different way. So, and then this one here for the closure. So these, I didn't use any of these. I did use this to create a pocket, and then I did cut it down because it's a bit, well, it would be this way for a pocket, but it's a bit too wide. I did use this one right here. So, and then I also used this right here, which is the potion bottles. I used this as well, which is the stitched nesting circle dies. From her new release, I used this 6-piece, I think she calls it a flower background. They do layer on top of each other, and it comes out so pretty, you guys. Also use some older dies, which, just in case you're interested, I did use her corner die set, and I used this one right here. I used this, just one of the leaves, which is the smaller one, and this shaker tag, but I didn't make a shaker out of it. And then all of these right here, which was from last year's Halloween release. So okay, so let me get to my project. So here is my mini album. I wanted it to look like a spell book, and I didn't decorate the front very much because I wanted it to be flat, so that I can just you know, put it like this on the shelf like a book. I want it to look like a book. I realize now though that I think I should put a nameplate right here that says spell book, so I'll probably add that later on. So for the front, I did use the corner dies that I showed you. So I cut that in the gold, I think it's a DCWV foiled cardstock, and that's all the decorating I did in the front, because like I said, I wanted to keep it relatively flat. And then for the spine, I did use the paper. Oh, and I'm sorry, the paper I used is the new Hot Buys from Michaels called Halloweeny, and it has a witchy theme to it, so I definitely wanted to use this one because I love witch themed projects. Okay, so it does open like this. It's magnetic, so it opens like this, and now this can go either this way or this way, but I choose to keep it like this because, again, I want it to look like a book. All right, and so I did create a pocket, and I used that fun die to give it a little bit of a decorative edge right here. And then there's the splat, and then I used a paper clip on this little booklet. It's not really a booklet, it's basically a ready-made card from Michaels, and then I matted it. So I basically had to keep everything flat. So some of my embellishments are stickers. These are, I believe, from Michaels, I think. I'm trying to use up my stash as well, and then I matted the back as well. So I love how that came out, and that just tucks in there. And then for this side right here, I'm just going to share this side. I created another little pocket, and that was part of the planner set. Most of this is the planner set, really. And then this is the older tag shaker die set. And there's my little jack-o'-lantern, and I just added little confetti. I was about to say star, but no, it's a spider. And then I can just do some journaling. Everything I edged with Tim Holtz Distress ink, which is like one of my favorite ones, my go-to ones, which is the black soot. And I love the way this came out. And let me just show you guys how super sparkly this is. Do you guys see? It looks almost like a what do you call it, like a glass stained window, kind of the effect that you get when you do the layering and you use some glittery cardstock. So and then I just added this just for some added interest, just to make this pop a little bit more. And as you can see, it's a pretty thick book. Actually, the spine isn't too thick. It's maybe it's about an inch. Yeah, it's about an inch. So I guess that's not too thick. But I only have 4 pages in here, but it's packed with lots of places to put photos. So here's the splat again, as you can see here, and then this just opens. And then again, I use the hidden hinge binding system, which I believe I learned from Kathy Orta. And there is the hat, and I love this. It says hanging with my ghouls, and that's from the paper pad. I just matted it, and I love the way that came out. And then this part opens up like that, and I just used some Prima flowers, and it's a fairly flat embellishment, so it worked out. Here is that vine leaf die that I used. I thought it kind of mimicked this right here. I thought I had one that was more like this, but I don't know, I couldn't find it, so I just used this one. So I thought that came out really pretty. Let me just zoom in a little bit maybe. Okay. And then this one here is not an AlinaCraft die cut, but I just had it in my stash. It was already die cut, so I thought it went appropriately, because this is a spell book slash witch book project. And then yeah, so I created a pocket, and I just did this by hand because you know, this planner doesn't have a big pocket like this, but it's fairly easy to create. So, and I did my matting for some photos, and there's that witch. So that just tucks in, and I did use my round punch, 1-inch punch, to create that little notch. And then, so it kind of alternates. So, you know, you have the, like, it opens up like a book, and then you have the pocket in between. And then here, this is a little busy right here, but I love the way it came out. Here's where I use those potion bottles, and I put the paper behind it because the paper itself actually have their own little jars, and I just used the elements on the inside to put in my potion bottles. And then I have this one here that's kind of tipped over. There's a salamander in there, and so you get the splat because, you know, it kind of spilled over. Love these. And then here is that spider web, and let's see if there's anything here. I just made that teeny tiny booklet. It's nothing, you know, it's just the die cuts from this paper. And then this pocket here I just created on my own as well because I just needed a background basically for the elements here, because this paper right here is very, very busy, as you can see. And then I love this paper right here. It's just so pretty, so I had to continue it on to this area here, and I left it alone because this has to stay flat. And I'll probably just put a photo and then maybe add some stickers or, you know, a journaling card or something. Okay, and then the next page is this one here. And I used some more Prima flowers. This is a sticker from my stash, again from I think from Michael's. It's this potion bottles or apothecary bottles. Stickled, and I put some Swarovski crystals that was given to me by Anna. Thank you, Anna. Love those crystals. And what else? Here's the vine again, and I cut it this time using gold cardstock. And then there is that web. I absolutely love that web die from AlinaCraft. It's like my go-to right now. And then here I just pretty much left this alone because the only thing I did was just put stickles. I put Nuvo drops, and then I don't know if you can see, but the eyeballs do look glossy because I used some glossy accents on the eyeballs. And then here is the next page here. And the pages, I did use the die as well as to create the... Did I use to insert? I think I did use the die, but then I trimmed it down a little bit more. So there's that. Love the little eyeballs. And then for the last page here, I used that circle die to create this frame, to create a shaker. And as you can see, there's the little bits from AlinaCraft. I added other bits on there, but here are the bits from her shop. And I didn't use the gold little balls, because the larger ones, the tiny ones, yes, I put in there because it wasn't thick enough, the shaker. So I didn't want it to get stuck. So I didn't want to overfill it because I didn't want it to cover my little witch on the broom there. And then this is just an embellishment that I had created last year using the Pinkaboo paper from Michael's. And then here I just have another mat, and again I created another pocket using the AlinaCraft die, as well as this little I love the edge that it creates. And then just decorated it here. And then these are just some journaling cards. And then there's the bat. And then in the back, there's my Happy Halloween again. And this time I cut it in the black, black slick paper. What is it? Smooth, glossy paper. And then for this part right here, I just put the pattern paper, and then here again I have the little pocket there. So that's it, you guys. So it just closes like this, and yeah, so like I said, I didn't decorate it too much because I wanted to keep it flat and closed. So I hope you guys like my mini album. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And please leave me a comment. I love to read your comments. And make sure you check out the description box because it's going to have the links to all the supplies that I used. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!